everybody say hello.
Hello, hello.
Hi. Frank, sponsors, go.
Sure. Probably should have been better prepared for that, but let me bring it up. All right. 1 second. Sorry. This summer, they'll be launching. Monument Studios will be launching a Kickstarter campaign for the Fantasy Plus application. If they can be successful in raising the necessary funds, everyone will benefit immediately. They already have the app development team in place, ready to begin on work following orders. The entire app will be rebuilt from scratch, allowing for many things, including cross-compatibility and integrations. They have new core functionalities mapped out, ready to be added, for example, meta tag search. They will be equipped to license music from other creators to further diversify your audio palette. And they have further surprises up their sleeve that they're going to hold on to for now. If successful, the Fantasy Plus overhaul would likely be completed and implemented by Q3 or Q4 of this year. The team is in place, so it won't take long. Fantasy Plus is the latent entire future of TTRPG audio, at least for the foreseeable future. This statement might seem arrogant or grandiose at first glance, but if you allow some time to thoroughly digest it, it will show itself as true. You have guided us this far, and we hope that it is clear by now that our ears are always open for your suggestions and ideas. We have been and always will be an unofficial entity that builds on community feedback. A lot of the feedback is currently integral to the application rebuilding question. And that is monumentstudios.net and fantasyplus.app. And the next sponsor is Last Bastion Studios at lastbastionstudio.com. They're deep in the middle of their convention roadshow and losing their minds. They're going to make an offer to all their crazy followers. Come to their table at any of their shows and say Sean King ruined my D&D life, and they'll give you a free sticker set and 10% discount on any of the comics. Yeah, your continued support is appreciated.
Who's reading the recap?
Go right ahead. You wrote it.
Yeah. I gotta pull it up. Hang on.
If you don't want to do it, I can do it.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. I'm loving it. Fox. There we go. Dia. I didn't really proofread this one, so sorry if there's any. Like there was
on the go.
There was a secession in there instead of a session.
Great. I love proofreading on the go. Well, what happened last session? Let's do a little recap. Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of the NeverChosen. Last week, we left off with our adventurers preparing for their trip to Ulthuan, the Elven City. Some of the party took the opportunity to spend their downtime making money, because traveling costs money, friends. Cardinal used her time to help some sick children, discovering a cursed doll in their possession that had been donated to the orphanage. And meanwhile, because helping sick children is too goody two-shoes for some of us, Ezekiel went on a wine heist, resulting in a house fire and permanent disfigurement to the owner of the shop. Calicar was able to take up a job fixing a building that Ezekiel burned. The party then boarded the ship, and we set off on our journey across the Sea of Chaos with gold in our pockets. A week and a half into the journey, the ship found its way into the path of a huge storm. The party was able to help the crew navigate the treacherous hurricane, but lost a member of the ship's crew in the process. I'm not saying Cardinal did a lot of the heavy lifting, but Cardinal did a lot of the heavy lifting. A few days later, they found a large bank of fog with spires rising out of the water. The party was informed by the crew of the ship that the spires were just the tip of a floating dark elf city known as a Black Ark. Fearing being spotted, the ship sailed into the fog bank, hoping to avoid any contact with the Dark Elf raiders. Unfortunately, they soon found their ship, boarded by a Dark Elf crew that sailed under the cover of the fog. And a fight ensued, bringing us to tonight.
Okay, let's get some fight music going, shall we? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Someone pick a number.
4.
3.
Four.
I do like this one, so I'm good with that. Okay, round 2. Fight! Ezekiel, go.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm gonna do the thing that I do best. Which is run the fuck away, but first, I'm going to take a stibby stab with my rapier. Wait. Is that the order that I want to do this? Hang on. Yeah, that's the order I want to do this. Stibby stab with the old rapier.
Alright, because you went swashbuckler, didn't you?
Yeah. 20 natural. Or not natural, sorry, dirty. 7 points damage, and I'm just gonna walk away scot-free.
Okay. Did I not see dice, or was that just...
I didn't see dice, it just popped up.
There was no dice.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's no dice.
I hear
Oh,
dice.
it doesn't show.
Playing with him.
Give me 1 sec.
They made the dice invisible. Curse you, technology
Dice
gods.
is on. Nothing's changed. What the crap? Oh, that's disappointing. But
Is your
that
dice module?
Yeah, it's on. Hasn't been updated. That is a problem to figure out on another day. We just don't get to see the clicky clack.
But I like the math rocks. They make me happy.
I like the math rocks too, but there's just no clickety clack.
Oh, I agree. I need to click end turn. Sorry.
Alrighty. Seaguard is in not the best position. He's gonna try and save his own ass. So he hits for 22 damage on the first one. And for 12 on the second. Gonna start moving a little bit towards you guys because he's feeling kind of alone at the bow of the ship. Guess how much health is left on that Corsair that he was attacking?
1.
1! Missed with advantage. But...
Oh, shit.
what shit?
I could have done sneak attack damage.
Do it. Roll it.
10.
Alright. He's hurting, but he's not down yet.
Every bit counts.
And then we got Calgar.
Was there one of them that looked like it was the captain or something that jumped over? Or was it
No.
just a bunch of them that jumped over?
Just a bunch of Corsairs.
Okay. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Okay. So after I have lubed up their helm so they can't steer anymore, I'm going to of these two down in the stern of the ship. Is there one of them that looks like he's clearly hurt a little worse than the other one?
Like that guy and the one by Bertrand? Those two?
There's these two down at the bottom, right there, flanking a Lothern Seeker.
The one that's closer to you guys, he's the one that was left at 1.
Okay.
The other one hasn't been touched yet.
Okay. I'm going to take aim at that weaker one. And let's do that I'm going to throw lightning at him, and that one missed. So I'm going to try to throw lightning again. And with a 17.
Yeah, it hits. How does he die?
So as he gets hit from the sea guard, as he's recoiling from it, the first lightning bolt is going to sail over his head, and then the second one hits him like right in his lower back, and then like kind of his insides light up real quick from the electrical burst, and then he falls over, collapsing. A little bit of smoke coming out of his head from where he got struck.
That's nice. Okay. Anything else? Or you got?
And I'm going to move 5, 10, 15. I'll move over here.
Okay.
Right there. And that'll be it. I think. Right. Actually, wait, where did it go? It's a feature? Trying to remember, I have a bonus action to do a armor thing. I just forget what it's called. Crap. Where did it go? Arcane armor, not that one.
What are you thinking?
I forget the name of it, but it gives me temporary HP. I get like 3 uses of it.
Was that before you switched to infiltrator armor?
Yeah,
You had the other
yep,
style
that's the thing.
before.
Yep, that's right. You're right. Yeah, that's not infiltrator thing. So yeah, that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Then we got one fighting Bertrand. He's gonna take a swing. And he does 5 damage. And a second attack. That's 11. Ouch. Bertrand's starting to feel it. And he's running down. He's gonna pull his bow out. Shoot the Corsair right in front of him. But because he's behind the mast, he's gonna have cover. Actually, no. He's smart. He runs over that way. That one missed. Do it again. And missed. Okay. Next Corsair. He's gonna hit for a mighty 4 damage, and then do it again. Oh, and that one's a crit. For 21. And that Seaguard is not looking good. Because he's dead.
That's not good. Wait,
Yeah, that
But because he's in the system as friendly, then it doesn't automatically change him over. He doesn't like the position he's in. He's going to disengage. Holy shit, he made it!
Do you have room for one more?
I mean, I guess.
Aw, he was
You
just
haven't-
trying to kill you off.
I'm doing pretty well with it so far. He's gonna disengage and he's gonna run like a little bitch.
So I have not caught up to the story, so I have no idea what's going on.
You're fighting on a ship. That's pretty much all that matters right now.
Oh boy.
It's a ship full of dark elves.
Not my dark elves.
I don't know, man. You were kind of sandbagging it when we were trying to sail.
Yeah, that's true.
You've all been worried about Ezekiel, and I think Tobias is the one really trying to kill us all.
I had that set to private. Oops. He hit the first Corsair for 14 damage. And he's gonna do it again. And that's gonna miss. With an epic mighty 1. Because we can't see it on the dice anymore. And then the Corsair fights him back. And because he's got a friend nearby, he gets advantage on it. Hits him for 9 damage, then fights him again. And hits him for 10. So this guy... I'm gonna come over and help poor Bertrand, who's getting his butt kicked. And he's smart, he's gonna stop and flank the guy. Does 11 damage, swings again. For 18. And Bertrand is in, yes?
Yes.
Good, because Bertrand knows how to play his character, and I totally don't, which I found out last week. So, fire away. So if it helps, dudes with the red circles are Dark Elf Corsairs. The silver circles are Lothern Seaguard from High Elves.
This is the part where you fire away.
Yeah, I know. I'm just reading my smites again.
You don't need to read smites. There's only one important one. It's the
called
I
fucking
stab at
smite.
thee and you explode.
I'll let you keep going with it, but I have a question.
What?
Never mind. No, what? No, keep going. I was gonna say, I don't know if that's really gonna help you because they can't go invisible, but you don't know they can't go invisible. So your
It's
usual
still extra
smite,
damage though.
yeah, but you can also just hit with your regular smite afterwards and cause the same amount of damage, but better because it's D8s.
Well, I read into it. You're using a certain smite ability. You'd have to cast it prior, and then say I hit him. All right, I'm gonna use a first level smite, standard
Yes.
smite.
Except Divine Smite is done on the hit.
I know. Divine smite stacks with other smites.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, carry on. Proceed, sir.
Yeah, Divine Smite is all sorts of fun.
The dice don't work, so you hit.
Okay, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, I don't know what broke, but I'll figure it out afterwards. It's not worth stopping.
There it is.
And also the 2d6 from the Burning Smite.
So, 11, 12, and 6 for the first attack.
When you rolled for the Branding Smite, it rolled as a d20. So rolled 2d6. Alright, so plus another 16. How does he die?
Is it daytime?
Yes, I think. Yeah.
So Bertrand raises his sword into the air, and thus the sun gleaming off his shining long sword, he strikes downward, and as soon as he makes contact, it's like
You know how, like, in video games or anime, where you see the person just get sliced and just stay full, and then it just explodes? Something like that.
Okay. I will add something in. It didn't make a difference here because he did 16 damage to a guy that had 4 health left. But in the first round of combat, I did activate your shield, so you can go versatile and do d10s instead of d8s with the sword.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why I'm telling you.
Information.
"21 hits.
Oh, fuck. What was it? D10?
Yeah, 1d10 plus 4.
That's better.
Nice.
Pooh!
Okay. He is hurting, but he's still standing. Tobias.
All right. Are there a bunch of other people on the ship? I mean, are they running towards the helm to get ready to get it under control?
However,
The
there.
deck is a bit higher than yours, so roll perception for me.
12.
You hear movement over there, but you can't really figure out what's going on. You hear voices and shouting and
There's these swear words thrown in.
yeah, they sound very angry.
All right. I'm gonna jump up on this structure, whatever it is.
It's a chair.
Well, I'm gonna jump up just so I can get a higher vantage point.
Okay.
And then let me double check something real quick. And then I am going to cast darkness right on their helm.
Oh god.
Okay.
They really can't do anything with it now.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump down. That's still I'm gonna jump
Just
down, grab the longsword out of this dead elf. And I'm going to prepare to cut their boarding ropes up and down the line.
Okay.
and then just so you know, I did put grease on their helm. So that's
So it's greased up,
It's greased, and they
on
can't see anything.
fire.
No, it's not on fire yet. It's just greased. I haven't lit it yet. I figured in this way it'd be more annoying when they kept trying to get to the helm. They kept having to slip and slide on the rolling waves. So it's not on fire yet, but now it's slick, greasy, and they can't see anything.
And
They're having a hell of a time. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah.
jump in.
no, not a problem. I'm just ready to cut the boarding ropes, but I don't have any more actions to do anything, so that's my turn. One sec. Yeah, it's going crazy.
Bertrand, I want you to roll a perception for me.
$19.
Okay. So you come over to help the one sea guard that's kind of being surrounded on his own. And as you're getting into that fight, you hear what sounds like footsteps running across one of the spars, holding up the sails. And you look up just in time to see a black hooded figure jump down, drive his dagger into the sail, and just rips his way down.
Hey, you guys.
The nice little rip.
Alton, do you know what that one's from?
The phrase "a nice little rip." No, it's
No, hey you
No,
guys.
hey,
No,
you
it was,
guys.
lexicon. Or do
hey,
you want me to
you
say?
guys.
Another movie that you need to watch.
I don't know where it's from, but I know it exists.
Goonies.
Yes.
CC
I
and
have actually seen that one.
oh wow, I'm surprised.
Yes. We found one.
CC and Elf, dressed dark like black flowing robes, pretty much like a black scarf around his face, lands about 5 feet away from you. Looks up, and you can see like the glint of a smile in his eyes as he runs between you and the guard behind you. And he's gonna go to
Oh,
town on
boy.
the guard.
I'm in danger.
Missed his first attack on the guard. Let's try it again. He hit that time. And you watch as his sword sinks into the guard, and you can see as like this vein of darkness just kind of goes up along and traces a network along his neck, and he takes a hard hit from that. Took 37 off of him in one hit.
Look.
Was that a crit?
No,
Oh.
no. This is. I am so disappointed.
It's
The
just the
dice
fucking
don't work
poison.
because it's the sword does 1d6 plus 3, and then 7d6 poison damage because he's a fucking assassin.
Wait, is he using like purple worm poison or
He's
something?
throwing
Pretty much.
maybe.
Then we got the next sea guard here. He does not like that there is an assassin on the ship. He's gonna go flank his ass. And he missed with his first attack. But hits at the second. And then we got Cardinal.
Okay. I'm gonna move a little bit closer here. Which means I bring my template with me.
What's the circle?
There's Bertrand.
She's
Aura of Vitality. So you get to heal.
At the top of my turn?
No, she does a bonus
heal
action.
2d6. No, you just get it now because I choose with my 7. And then I'm just gonna crossbow this motherfucker from the distance. I hope. Mhm. Oh, man.
That one missed.
Yeah. I don't have extra power, so
oh boy.
that's my turn.
Well, we're gonna use our I can't target him because he's standing on the stairs.
You should be able to. Just hover over and press
okay.
B.
It was being weird. I'm going to use my other spell slots. No. Last spell slot Hex on the baddie. Then going to do, let's do 2 Eldritch Blasts. Damn it.
An 11 misses. Try again. Oh, that one hits.
Does that? Why didn't it give me the damage for Eldritch Blast? It's weird.
It might be lag, or you might just error.
1d10. So 5 plus 7 total damage. 5 of that is necrotic if it matters. The other 7's force.
Okay.
And I will move. Shove it here. End my turn.
And Calgar.
How hurt does the assassin dude man look? Like he got hit a couple times, but he's fine.
Yeah, he's still having a grand old time.
Okay. Question: how fast is the ship moving at the moment?
How fast is the ship moving at the moment?
Yes.
About 10 knots.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to vortex warp the assassin man. So he needs to make a 16 con save.
Bye-bye.
Yes!
Yes!
I let him. I am right next to
Suck
the
it!
the railing. He is 90 feet in the ocean that way.
You should put him in the air where he
I can't.
takes the fall damage too.
He has to be on a surface or in a liquid that can support the target without the target having to squeeze. So I can't drop somebody from the sky.
Oh.
I would, but I can't. So in this case, I want 90 feet this way.
I fucking hate you right now.
You look a little warm.
So much.
Have a nice swim.
So much.
Yeah,
Does
it had
he
to
have a
work sooner or
swim
He
later.
suit?
tried so many times. Let him have it.
That's why I asked.
Let him
That's
have
why.
it.
That's why I asked how fast the ship was going. Because 10 knots is pretty decent. He's
The
gonna.
sharks like to follow boats. And
Yeah,
he's
I'm looking to
breathing.
see if he's got anything to save his ass, and he doesn't. You motherfucker. It's that
Yes.
fucking note again. I thought, great TV's plan, and then Calgar comes in and just screws everything up.
Hey, I haven't screwed up that many plants or anything, have I? I've attempted.
I gave you... Yeah, you didn't screw it up because I, quick on my feet, thought about cursing you. That was, on the fly. Yeah, no, he's gone. He's in the water. I get it. He's not there.
Yeah. He is 90 feet down.
Huh. How about
But
that? The first time I pull out a CR8 for you guys to fight, and you fucking yeet him into the ocean.
He ripped our sail. Karma's a bitch, you know?
That is a good point. Our sail is ripped.
Calgar can mend it.
It was the mainsail, so the ship comes to a grinding halt, and he is within swimming distance. He will be back, because that's how physics works, right?
No,
It
Damn it.
slows
if there's-
down
it slows down.
with inertia.
Yeah, and just losing that one sail isn't actually enough. It might slow down to like
Yeah, because we
7 knots.
Yeah, like 6
yeah,
or 7
we've
knots.
still got we've still got the jib and the
Oh crap!
yeah.
How rocky is the seas?
Just came out of a storm, so
Pretty rocky.
yeah. No, he's fucked. Yeah, good job, good job,
So
good job.
your swim speed would be the equivalent to like
Half of his movement.
it would, well, yeah, but it'd be the equivalent to like 4 knots, and even if we slow down to 6 knots, we'd still be outpacing him.
God, why are you mathing? Why?
Because I
And he's
can.
bleeding in the
Have I
sharks.
not suffered enough?
He's a World of Warships player, man. He would know this.
I hate you so much right now.
I cast Speak with Animals, and I tell all the sharkies, free food over there.
All right.
Just came
Anything
out
else?
with that.
Sorry.
Do you have any other way to ruin my night?
No.
Because I've been looking forward to that motherfucker for a long goddamn time.
I don't have any bonus actions or anything to do. I'm just gonna move up a bit.
We got one hit.
I'm gonna
on an
have a
NPC.
huge like, grin on my face, just like yes, have fun in the water.
I hope the camera captured your befuddlement.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It did. Oh,
That's it. That's the turn.
I don't want to play anymore.
That's how I felt in my one shot. You dicks. Vindication.
This guy's running over with a longbow. Missed with his first shot.
He's
Missed
a
with the
little
second
defeated.
shot. I mean, it's your ally that's missing shots here, so, eh. He's gonna keep beating up on a high elf. He's gonna keep beating up on a high elf.
Got mostly on his ego.
He's gonna keep beating up on a high elf. You'll get it eventually, bud. Don't worry. It's statistics. It'll all even out in the end. You already got some crits. Now it's just statistics. Yeah.
He's gonna come over and try and avenge the assassin that went in the drink. Because fuck that dwarf.
That's 8 dice rolls. 8 dice rolls.
Hey, there's a hit.
Yep, and I
As-
can't stop it with this guy. I don't have
As
to.
long as I don't beat my sister's record, I'm fine. And that is a level 5 paladin missing 16 consecutive attacks against goblins.
You like to bring that up a lot,
Because it's
especially
hilarious, and I've never seen anything that bad before.
especially when you're not doing well.
I mean, yeah. He hits this guy
I'm so sleep
again.
at night.
Nope. There we go.
Man,
Wait, who am I attacking with? Oh, it's the elf. Okay. Then we go to the next dark elf. He doesn't appreciate being flanked by an owl.
Who's 3 foot tall?
They never do.
And he does it again. And then we go to the next Sea Guard. He missed. Let's try it again. That one hits. And just impales him and drills him right into the floor. And Bertrand. How does he die?
Bertrand just flies up and skewers him. And flies down to the other dude. A flyby.
Bye-bye, Kabal. Gotta love those.
I'm also gonna add a Divine Smite.
Sure.
Additional 5.
Okay. You just had to bring that up again, Booty? It's too soon. Too soon.
Hell yeah.
Bring what up?
I said that feeling when, as the DM, you forget that your bad guys have advantage against the High Elves because they really fucking hate them. And
Oh, yeah.
He responds with that feeling as a DM when your plans for your assassin get completely sidestepped by one spell. Calgar MVP.
Alright.
Bias.
I'm gonna yell out to Cardinal. Yell, save that elf down there towards the end of the ship. There's a elf that got stabbed like a round or two back. I think she can save him. I just say, save that elf. And point. How many ropes are tying up the ship? The ships.
I believe last time he said about a dozen.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a dozen? Well, I'm going to start at the one right here where this guy landed. And
Sure.
I'm going to take the long sword that I picked up from this drow. And I'm going to take a swing at the rope.
Okay. Roll athletics.
Okay.
Is there a boat tailing us?
Yes,
It's next to us.
there is another ship that's grappled to us.
Oh, shit.
Right now, its helm is covered in grease and a darkness cloak. So it's not under it's under power, but it's not under control.
So I got a 2.
Yeah, so as you went to swing it, wave hit the ship and knocked your sword, so you actually came down with the flat of the blade.
Can I swing at it again?
Sure. You get 2 attacks, right?
Yes, 2 attacks. 18.
That one just clean through and you embed the sword about like a centimeter into the wood.
All right, I'm gonna move down to the next one, wherever that is. However
Yeah,
many
about there.
squares. About there. Okay, and that's my turn. That's all I
Okay.
can do.
It's
These-
the assassin's turn.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Dexterity save for sharks.
What's his swim speed? Because you put a swim speed on your assassin because you totally planned this cool boat encounter, right?
Yeah, his sim speed is
Yes. Yes, I did.
100
These-
feet
No, he
per
didn't.
second because he has a motorboat attached to his ass.
These dark elves have floaties.
You do hear like just cursing disappearing slowly behind you. Just I'm gonna.
And the other boat doesn't know he's gone either.
I have a question. Does he lose any of his belongings when he got tossed in the ocean?
The vortex warp grabs the person and whatever they're holding. So
I know, but you get dropped off into the ocean if you're holding something like daggers or something.
Yeah.
And they tend to flip out. Do they drop them along with the poison?
Are you stopping your fight to go find out if he?
No.
Okay. You have no idea. Yeah, so the assassin is, for all intents and purposes, defeated.
Damn.
Insert recurring bad guy. Dun dun dun.
Can I do that?
He's swimming with the fishes.
What's your name?
Team Rocket blast off again.
He shows up again, and Calgard tosses him down a well.
We're gonna get to session 20, and the soaking wet guy's just gonna walk out of the surf. You sons of bitches.
This is gonna become a running thing. Every time he shows up, he just never lands that con save. Always gets teleported away.
Comes back with like a 20 constitution. It's like, you! Let's kill off this last elf.
Sorry.
That looks like a lot of them.
Wait.
Guys,
Oh, I was gonna say, before we get too far, how close is the assassin after just one round of combat in the water? Like on my next turn at the start of the next round.
he started 90 feet away. If the ship's moving roughly 10 knots, well, no, it'd be slowing down a bit. So if it's moving, say 7 knots still, it's only 6 seconds. 6 seconds isn't terribly far.
Let's say the rip in the sail brought it down to about 8 knots. That's 4 meters per second. 6 seconds, you're looking at an extra 24 meters, which if you convert that into freedom units is what?
75.
78 feet? Plus the 90?
So 168.
Yeah.
And so he was here. So I don't think I can get it. Never mind. I was gonna try to do this really cool League from Extraordinary Gentlemen sniping with Eldritch Blast at 120 feet.
Nice.
You know, but I think he'd be just out of range. Even
Well,
if
where
I
are
ran.
you?
Well, I ran diagonal to this part of the ship because this is
I
30
could-
feet. I could bonus action dash and get to like here.
I could. Oh no.
Roll to hit at disadvantage.
I'm sorry.
And at -5 because you can see him, but he's 3/4 covered by the water.
It's -5.
If alright. If I
It's
see
fucking
Ezekiel over
drowning.
there,
Nope.
and then like there's no one else on our ship, can I join him by throwing lightning bolts?
Nope.
Well, you still are.
Still attached.
Yeah.
I
But
cut the ropes of the ship.
well, you start cutting the ropes, and you hear the ropes being cut on the other side as well. They were not expecting the fight to go that poorly, and they're gonna try and save themselves.
How quickly do the ropes get cut?
Maybe we should board them. Take over their ship. Loot their booty. Maybe free some slaves. If they have any.
They're being very efficient. Like it's pretty much 1 a second is coming loose.
Yeah.
And they're
Also,
cutting it
Bertrand, it's not just this ship. We're right next to a Black Ark.
Out of character, I don't know what that is.
No,
Giant
I thought you
floating
knew.
Dark Elf City.
Miss,
If
know what a
you
Black
click,
Ark is?
Oh,
if you click the compendiums, wait, where is it?
You can see the image of your nightmares.
Yeah.
I have to share it with you guys.
so we're next to a city.
A floating city that has a movement speed, but not as fast as a ship, but like an actual floating like fucking fortress, like bigger than an aircraft carrier,
That.
bigger than a modern day super carrier.
Yeah, like when the Dark Elves left Ulthuan and went to Nagaroth, one of them crashed into the sides of the continent and then became Nagaroth. They were literally cities that were ripped from the foundations of Ulthuan during the Sundering.
Yeah, I forgot about that detail.
Yeah, big fuckers. But if you go into the journals,
And
there's
then
pictures in there.
I'm gonna use the remaining aura of vitality to heal people up 59 hit points. Who needs it?
Me.
Man.
How many are you lacking?
I'm 39 out of 84.
I'll give you 25 and Booty
I'm 20.
25.
Yeah, I'm 22 out of 37, so I just need 15.
Save the elves
Okay, you
too.
take 15.
There's 1 or 2 elves that
I have
are
19.
down.
I will split 19 hit points among the 2 elves.
And then
See there.
if I see them cutting the ropes, I'd like to run up to the most recently killed dark elf and try and stabilize him.
This elf comes up 1 hit point.
Oh, Bertrand's saving one? Oh, that's one of the good elves.
Thank you, Cardinal.
Bertrand, roll a medicine.
I miss him and put 1 hit point into myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say the hit he took just completely decimated. He was gone the moment he hit the deck. And Tobias,
Cosmo, this guy has perished to the beyond. There is
you
no
want to try
recovery.
and stabilize one of the Dark Elves.
Yes.
I will assist you. Or take
Okay.
over.
Why are you stabilizing him?
So roll a medicine for me.
With advantage because Cardinal's helping?
Yep.
21.
You're trying and like you're really putting in work, and he does have some breath in him left. And he looks at the two of you standing over him, laughs, hawks no, I'm not gonna say that. Spits a huge gob of blood into your face because we're not acknowledging that little bitch.
What, Hawktua?
It doesn't exist. No, that word does not happen. Spits a gob of blood in your face, and then you hear a crunch. So he bites on something, and he ends himself. Yeah, that's right.
I'll tie him up real quick with my hempen rope, and I'll say to Cardinal, heal him.
He just killed himself. I am not going to waste.
Yeah, heal him.
No,
Please?
he clearly does not want to live.
Yeah, that's why slaves are fun.
This is why I don't like traveling sometimes.
Come on, heal him. It'll be too late in a moment.
No. I am not a portable bathroom.
She has morals and standards.
This is why slaves are fun.
Yeah.
They would have taken
Well,
you slaves
this fucking guy.
had we lost.
And I would have died with the moral high ground. I can live with that.
Not if you're dead.
Ezekiel, you take another. I will kill you. Ezekiel, take another. Who needs 9 hit points, Calicar?
Yeah, not me. 15 topped me up, so I'm good.
Increase my healing.
Tobias is very sad that he didn't get a slave today.
So after the fight's over, the captain walks across the deck towards Calgar and just points and goes, "You! What was that?" Did we lose Bastion?
Bastion?
Well, until he comes back, I'm gonna take my hempen rope back, and then I'm gonna start looting this guy that I tried to save. And the whole time I'm gonna be talking to him. Like, I would have given you a great name. You would have come to like working for me.
May I search the corpse of the dark elf?
Yeah, if you want to roll an investigation as well.
That's a natural 20.
It is. Let me see here.
Can anybody hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. I don't know what happened. I've been talking for a minute and I was like, okay, no, they're just busy doing stuff. I didn't realize my mic died or something. I don't know.
Yeah, if we're ignoring you, it's because we're not hearing you.
Yeah, because I was trying to say as they were trying to heal the dude, if I could run over before the ship was too far away and start throwing lightning bolts to light the helm on fire. Because it's covered in grease, and I also can't see it because of the darkness flow.
Lightning does not inherently ignite grease.
I wanted to try. It was either that, or it could be an asshole and try to throw lightning bolts at the assassin in the water.
I actually beg to differ. Electricity and lightning does ignite grease because a freak accident in California, the grease container that restaurants have that sits outside got struck by lightning and set the building on fire.
It's grease mixed with water. Like, this isn't like lightning coming from
No, it's not lightning
sky
from the
with
sky.
like millions of volts. This is like something that you can take to the chest and keep walking. So a lightning, like an actual lightning bolt, yeah, probably. Doing the 8d6 damage, sure, that could set something off. The little sparky sparks from Calgar's armor, not so much.
Yeah, it's a very long-range sparky spark, but yeah, it doesn't do much of the damage output. It can do great sword damage once per hit, once per turn. Because it does 1d6. And when I hit a target, I can I can roll another d6 on top of it once per turn.
So when you're searching the bodies of the dead elves, you find 6 longswords, 12 javelins. They're all wearing... what kind of armor? Looks like splint mail, but it's like a black metal, faint like gold inlay around it. Doesn't really look to be that high quality of gold. Yeah, it's very distinctive. The dark elves have their preferred sense of style, and which is jagged and pointy. And then you also find 98 gold, 39 silver, 15 copper.
Was that
Did I
15?
Repeat
1-5
the money
copper?
again.
1-5. 98 gold, 98, 39 silver, 1-5 copper.
Did I find a dog tag on the elf I was trying to revive, or something I would say his name?
No.
No. Well, I'll drag him to the rail and I'll say, "Well, we could have had fun. Would have named you Steve. You would have come to like me." And I throw him overboard.
Okay. You hear a splash? Skadoosh.
And I'll say that in Undercommon as it happens. And then I'll take off the dread helmet.
Okay, so as all that's going on, I don't know if you heard it before, Bastion, but the captain...
Yeah, I did, and then that's where I realized that you couldn't hear me.
Okay, so yes, he wants to know what you did, because he's fairly impressed.
He looks a bit more dangerous than I felt like dealing with, so I dealt with the problem. Is your man alright? He looked like he got stabbed pretty hard.
You mean the one that was killed?
Oh, is he dead?
Yeah,
Well, then he is avenged.
Oh, you mean the one that got hit by the assassin?
Yes.
Yeah, he's fine. He's good. The assassin missed the first attack because he wasn't as angry as he should have been. But yeah, the poison is fast acting. hurts like a bitch when you get hit with it, and if you're lucky to survive, then praise whatever god you believe in. Okay.
Well, he's no longer an issue. He can go swim with his little friends in the sea.
And
Two
I
of the-
appreciate that. Sorry, what'd you say?
Sorry, two of the friendly elves died. One, we saved one, or we didn't save any.
You didn't save any.
Didn't save any. Okay. Well, then I'll go up to the bodies of the friendly elves and start cleaning them up.
Start grave robbing.
No, I won't loot corpses, but I'm gonna start making them look presentable.
Okay. And as you're doing it, the rest of the crew comes over and they start to help you as well, and they're kind of guiding you in their own funeral rites, taking their sword, holding it to their chest as they bring up some linen from below decks to wrap the bodies, and it's clear they're getting ready for burial at sea process. And after about probably an hour, the crew of the ship just gathers at the side, and the captain takes a moment, and you can see he's done this many times, and it's something he's never relished. Takes a breath, and he says, "The men that we lost today, no words can be said to thank them for the sacrifice they made. They will never return home to Ulthuan, but we commit them to the sea, and know that Assyrian will guide their souls to the afterlife." And he just lifts a hand, and they tip the bodies over the side, and then they're gone.
Time to eat and skeet.
How many men are at this, including us?
There's the 3 remaining guards, the captain, and about a dozen or so just ship hands that knew that when the fighting started, they need to get out of the way. So they tend to go below decks.
During the...
All right,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna just after that. I'm gonna break out 2 bottles of the port, the great port, not the elf port, and pass that around. That should be good for 20 drinks.
During that hour that they were preparing the bodies, can I take a short rest?
Yes. So you start to pass the bottle around. You pass it around to the party, and if you guys take some, by all means go right ahead and have a drink. But the elves, they all kind of pass on it, because for them, drinking a wine or a port like this is more of a celebratory thing, and they abstain anytime that they've buried friends at sea.
All right, that's only 1 bottle then for us.
I'll pass them it for now. Can I look at the captain and say, how are we gonna fix the sail, Captain?
Which one of you has mending?
I don't think mending would work on it. It's a tear longer than a foot.
Yeah, but you can cast it over and over.
Yeah,
and
multiple
stitch it up.
times.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Every 6 seconds.
Okay.
I was
Well,
gonna say,
mending's in minutes.
he kind of
so
turns to Calgar and goes, "Are you able to mend our sails?"
I'm going to start stroking my beard as I look at him thoughtfully. Will you make a discount on our fee?
My friend, after what you did with that assassin, your fee's already been dropped 500.
Didn't we already pay the guy?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
Because Cardinal
Then, yeah.
had to pay
Give me
for
500 gold
Mr.
back.
I'm too nice to take any money ever.
That's right. You
Give
did
me
pay.
500
You did
gold.
pay. Yeah, he gives you back 500 gold. It says, for ending the sale, usually that's work that would take my crew of better part of 2 to 3 days for that length of that tear. Take another 60.
That'll do. Bring it down. I'll have it fixed in a few minutes.
That's a bit of a
Lower
challenge.
the sale. No, just. It doesn't have to be off.
How about I just
lower it.
lift you up as we fly up and you mend it in the air?
How heavy can you lift?
I am pretty strong. Flex.
I hope so. I am a dwarf in plate mail.
Take off your mail.
How
No.
much? You want a dwarf to take off his armor? Good.
You want to-
You can try and lift him. Roll in athletics. See if you get the grip you need.
Not strength on its own.
Are you not
But you're also
proficient
trying
in
to
athletics?
carry me.
If you don't have proficiency in athletics, it's just a strength test.
24.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to fly him up to the top of the sail and you kind of work your way down. Provided Calgar goes along with it, because I don't know how well a dwarf feels about not being on the ground.
I'm assuming this is a sudden thing.
He
What's
did
that?
mention he was picking you up, so...
Yes, but I'm assuming that was all the warning I was getting because this is Bertrand we're talking about. So it was more of a, oh, I can do it.
Pretty
And-
much.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So I guess you'll just see Bertrand flat behind me. I'm assuming he's trying to grab by like the
Hang on
like
tight,
neck area
Calgar.
of
We are going
my
up.
breastplate, and he's gripping that because it's plate mail, so there's not exactly edges for him to grab. So I'm assuming he's grabbing me basically by the scruff of my neck and just going up. And so you'll just see me go wide-eyed for a second and go, "You bloody bird!"
And
then
grabbing
start
you by
flying
the
into the air.
shoulders.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
I kinda figured, like,
pointing out.
under the
There's
arms.
nothing there for
Yeah,
you to
or
grab.
under the arms would be better.
Okay. Does Bertrand actually have hands, or does he just have owl feet?
I have wings and hands.
How do you think he swings his sword?
Owl
I
feet.
didn't actually think about it.
Power
I've
of
always
friendship.
thought of Bertrand as a straight up owl this whole time.
Think of a
Yeah.
picture of an Aarakocra where it's a man with bird feet, bird head, bird wings. Just smaller and owl.
So he has 4 limbs.
If you count the wings, he's got 6.
Okay.
Okay.
8. Oh my god, he's a fucking crab.
Where do you get
He's a
8 from?
spider.
Where do you get 8 from?
2 feet, 2 hands, 2 rings, plus his hue.
I know
I
math
failed
is
math,
hard.
okay?
That's 6.
Okay, yeah. I've
Here's
always-
another
I've
2.
always thought of Bertrand as an owl. So it's like he's just straight up using his owl feet, you know, like the bird claws, holding onto the sword, flying around.
Bertrand, roll another athletics. And now let's add in a dexterity. Check.
Okay. because it takes me 1 minute to cast Mending every time. It's not a 6-second. It's not an action. So it's gonna take however many times I have to cast it. It's gonna be that many minutes up in the air. You having to carry me.
Okay. So he's able to hold you up there for you get about halfway down the sail, and then he starts to lose his grip. And Calgar, you feel a sudden sensation of plummeting for about a half a second before Bertrand grabs you again and holds you. And you can start to hear like his wings are starting to beat really hard because he's starting to struggle to hold a dwarf who weighs 172 pounds, plus all of his equipment that's in his backpack because Bertrand didn't think to take it off first, plus his
Yes, I will.
armor.
I'm going
I
to
take off my backpack.
I'm going to like do that like slow anime head turn and look at him very sternly. And just
So
if you
Bertrand,
drop,
you took your stuff
you will
off,
be roast.
but did you take Calgar's stuff off?
I'm gonna land with Calgar.
Calgar, would you be so kind and remove anything that isn't your armor?
I'm going to very slowly and deliberately pull off my backpack and set it on the ground, and then just turn around. It's like, fine, get this over with, bloody bird.
Okay, if you're going back up, give me another athletics.
Better.
Okay. And
You
then
just hear a quick shout of, not the beard!
just for shits and giggles, let's do one more time.
Ooh.
Okay.
Even better.
This time you got no problem. Once
A natural
he
20?
shed. Yes, it was. It doesn't show up that it's in nat 20. Yeah. So this time you got once he took off all the extra weight, it's much easier to bring him up and get the work done. And I'd say for the most part, probably takes you good 45 minutes. So the fact that you only dropped him once is very impressive. Okay. So once the sail is repaired, you guys can all go ahead and take a long rest because you're gonna be heading back out to sea. You'll be fine.
Is that
Long
a new
rest.
day?
I think he has to plug in his headset.
Yeah, it's sort of beeping at me.
Is it a new day?
It will be, yeah. Okay, and the rest of the journey is fairly casual. Once you made it into that fog bank, the captain had a little more confidence because he knew that you were starting to get closer to Ulthwan and the relative security of those shores. And now I need to find something.
My long rest button is not working for me.
Might just be the lag.
Mm-hmm. I think it is.
There you go.
Thank you.
Ooh, fancy.
Let me just bring you guys on here.
There is a lot going on this map.
It's a country.
And
Country,
it's
not a
so
city.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
And
donut. We're going to the donut lands.
I'll take a Bavarian cream filled.
Make that two.
I just want good old glazed.
okay,
I love a good
so
people donut.
you guys are coming in more or less from the north, and as you're getting closer, various parts of the people of the crew kind of give you like a running tour as you're coming in. You pass a string of islands to the northeast, right up in here. You're told that those are the Shifting Isles. They're actually one of the defense mechanisms for Ulthuan, and that the mist that shroud the islands and the islands themselves tend to move, and generally speaking, the only people that have the skill to navigate those are any of the high elf sailors. You're coming down, and they start to give you a little more of a rundown of how Ulthuan's laid out. So the continent itself is shaped as a ring, and it's more a collection of various kingdoms, as opposed to one unified entity. The kingdoms along the coast, which would be, let's see here, we got, I'm gonna butcher these names: Atain, Yvres, Kothic, Shrace, Nagaraith, and Tyrnok. They are more geared for war and being prepared for combat. The ones that are on the interior, which would be Safri, Avalorn, Illyrian, Calador, those ones are more scholarly, because they tend to be a little on the more protected side by a ring of mountains that circles the entire continent. And it takes you about a week to come in and fully come in. You come down around the south, and you pass through a narrow strait, going through Lothern, which is where the Sea Guard all come from. And as you're coming in, you to the west, along the mountain ridges there of Kaldor, you do see faint shapes that look to be rather large dragons flitting from mountaintop to mountaintop. Get you guys actually. No, never mind. I need to pull something up here.
Every night when we go to bed, because you said this takes a week, I'm gonna try and write down in my notebook everything I remember them saying. I'm not gonna do it in the open. I'm gonna try and do it secretly.
So you're writing down in your notebook everything that the elves are saying?
Yes, about Ulthuan.
Okay. Oh, I get what you mean. Like, as they're explaining the concept. Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't write it down while they're talking, but like later on when we go to bed, then I write it down.
here.
These dragons that we saw, how big
Yes.
do they look? Like ginormous or like little wyverns?
They'll range anywhere from your experience. You roll a history for me.
I was banning a bot on Twitch, so I missed part of this, but I'll bug you after the stream.
Bloody hell.
You've never seen a dragon
Basically,
before in your
as
life?
we were coming. Yeah, I'm
So,
getting that.
you know that they exist, and they come in various sizes. Some are bigger than others. Some look fairly young. But you don't have a real scale for how big these creatures are.
It's not the size of the dragon, it's the fight in the dragon.
Birchin, was that roll for the same
I
question?
hope you get eaten
Pretty
by
much.
a dragon.
You've seen pictures. You've seen pictures, and she's just heard about them.
I don't think Caligar would know anything about them. I deal with rats and creatures. They don't exactly have dragons.
You actually might. Roll a history. See what the dice say.
Okay.
Are they seen as evil or good in this,
Say it again?
or just creatures? Like in this setting, is like
Well-
the sight of dragons and draconic things evil, good, or just
Well,
Depends on the context.
it depends on the dragon. In this world, there's both good dragons and crappy ones. Good and evil ones. In this case, these would be like more of the good aligned ones, because otherwise they'd be dealt with.
Yeah, like I'd assume like if you had a question like that, you'd ask the crew about it because you've heard of dragons doing great good and great evil, and they tell you that the Kingdom of Kalador is known for the fact that for the Sundering, I forget what his name is. I'll have to find it later. Basically, the guy that Kalador is named for was the first to tame dragons to the point that they could bear elves into battle. And whether that's knights riding dragons or mages that'll be brought in and have a combination of both of their magics taking place, the Dragon Riders of Kalador are fearsome in their defense of Ulthuan.
dragon riders? Fascinating.
There is one picture I forgot to get for you guys. Give me one sec. Okay. So the ship continues on into the inner sea. As you're looking all around you, you do see the various cities where the spires that rise are, even from a dwarf sensibilities, like the fact that they're made by magic and elves disturbs you because it's not like the natural work that you're used to seeing as a dwarf. But you can admire the artistry and the beauty that went into their construction. And they're soaring spires reaching hundreds of feet in the air of like just gleaming white marble, and you can, when the sun hits the side of the towers in a certain way, you do get a kind of reflecting glint off of some metal that's been inlaid into the stonework as well.
Okay, so like, I still don't like the elves in general, but I can appreciate that they do at least have good architecture.
Exactly, yeah. Um, the ship does take a little detour as it goes around an isle directly ahead of you, and as you're passing, all of the elves take a moment, and there's the noise on deck almost seems to be subdued as they're passing, and the captain approaches you guys and says, "This is the shrine to Azrian. This is where the Phoenix King is crowned after their predecessor passes, and it is the ceremony is unspeakable. It's the beauty of it leaves us speechless. But one of the greatest things that will happen here is for someone to be crowned as the Phoenix King, they need to pass through the flames of Asuran, which is exactly like it sounds." And where did I put that picture? As the ship passes, you can see the shrine at the center of the island.
Does it have a picture of the crown that we can see?
Picture of the crown?
Yeah. So you got to put on the crown and walk through the fire.
No, all you see is the shrine.
Okay. Well, I'll motion over to one of the other sailors and say, "And does the crown look like this?" And I'll hold up my dread helmet.
He looks at
Jesus.
you very strangely and goes, "No. No, it doesn't.
I turned to Cardinal.
The crown worn by the Phoenix King is a circlet of pure silver, with gold wreathed around it. I don't know how to describe it. It looks fancy. It looks fancy.
Well, I'll turn to Cardinal and I'll say, "Darn, for a moment there I thought I lucked into being king of the elves."
I think you might have lucked into
You
concussion at
just
an early
see
age.
me. You just see Bertrand pinching the bridge of his nose and just shaking his
Beak.
head. Beak.
Tobias, I want you to roll a history for me.
20.
Okay.
Ben really said Delulu.
You have heard of the Shrine of Asuran, but you've heard it from a different point of view. You've heard the stories from your father, of Malekith, the son of Anarion, who was the first Phoenix King. And the stories you heard was after Anarion's death, Malekith, who was the rightful heir to Ulthuan, went to claim his father's crown, and he knew that he had to pass through the fires of Asuran to get it. And the beliefs you were raised on was that the political intrigue that Ulthuan is rife with had his political opponents somehow corrupted the flames, and as he passed through the flames, he did not receive Assyrian's blessing. Instead, he was the shrieks of him just echoed as he was burned to a crisp, and wound up throwing himself from the flames, and that is essentially what started the civil war that divided the High Elves from the Dark Elves.
Is the crown lost, or are they sitting on it?
No, the crown is The crown that the Phoenix King wears is an Aryan's crown. You are a
Okay.
firm believer that the Phoenix Kings are all usurpers, and that Malekith is the true and rightful king of Oath One.
Okay. I thought it was like a King Arthur waiting for the guy to show up, pull the sword situation. But no, you're saying there is a king currently that did it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you have heard rumors here and there that there may be the possibility that the elves perform an extra little ritual to ensure the Phoenix King's protection as he passes through the flames, and that he may not actually receive Assyrian's blessing. But it's part of the ceremony, so it must happen.
Do I know who Assyrian is?
You make me pull shit up.
Just
Elvish god. Pretty much-
Elvish god.
Let me find the actual words for you.
A generalization is fine.
I've never actually looked it up myself, so it's part of why I'm looking.
Sure.
Assyrian is also referred to as the Emperor of the Heavens, Keeper of Balance, the Creator God, and Lord of Gods. Essentially, he's the ruler of the Elven Pantheon.
Got it.
If he's the god of the sea, why is his thing fire? Don't get it.
He's not the god of the sea, he's the god of the elves. There is a god of the sea, that's a different one, and I'm not looking that up. You'll find out later.
But you said they threw them into the water and prayed to. You know what? Never mind. We get started on pantheons. We'll be here all week.
Right?
Hold on, I need to do a history check. Do I know this, water god?
The water god goes by the name of Go Fuck Yourself. Don't forget the
I like him.
you.
I like him.
The water god
But I
has
gave
a new
him a
companion.
sacrifice earlier.
The water god has a new companion. It's that assassin that you tossed over.
No, you're wrong. The water god has a new paladin, and it's the assassin that you tossed into the water.
I've
And
been
he went
swimming
oath
for
of
100 days.
What else we got here? So as you come around the shrine, it's clear you're heading towards a port, and towards the middle of the sea, you see a string of islands, but what catches your eye is from that middle point, which the crew tells you is the Isle of the Dead. You see this.
Oh, hello. Now that is interesting. What's with the light show?
I'm gonna tell you in a minute.
It's special.
Let's get you guys all to. It did it again. Aha! Roll history.
I really am not expecting a good roll for this one. 11.
You got an 11. Ooh,
Rolled a
Bertrand's got
5
steady
because I have a
bumps.
+4.
Cardinal, yours didn't come through. I don't know why it does that. Just roll history separately.
God. 15. I clicked it.
I know you did. It took it away. It says that you rolled it, but just never showed the results. So, Cardinal, you've heard stories of this. Bertrand, you as well, but you've heard a little more detail on it. What you're passing is essentially known as the Great Vortex. At the founding of the world, the elves were created by the Old Ones, and essentially what happened is how chaos came into the world. It was through this rift, and what is happening is that it's that constant struggle between keeping the rifts open to allow magic to exist, as the winds of magic all flow out from that vortex, and also keeping it closed enough that demonic incursions don't come in through this point. Bertrand, you've heard that there are elvish sorcerers that pretty much surround that and are locked in a constant struggle, and they've been there for millennia.
I really relay that information.
You really relay that information.
I was gonna say it if you didn't.
Really, really nice. Oh, that is a fascinating place.
Captain
Could
Nods goes,
I put two and two together? Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Like, if the NeverChosen were to bring his big-ass army, would it be through this rift?
No. If the NeverChosen were to unite all of chaos, it would be in the Northern Wastes. This is essentially connecting the real world to the world of the Chaos Gods. This is where shit gets hairy. And your journey continues on until you get to the port of Elistor. The ship docks. The captain says, "You have arrived at your destination." Have you guys actually told him what it is you were here for?
We just had important Empire business.
Yeah, Empire
Important
business,
to
and we
knowledge.
tried to show off the Signet thing.
Okay, better question. Do you guys remember where you're trying to get to?
We were
We
just
never
told to
had a
go to
specific
Ulthuan
destination.
and
Oh,
speak
you were
with the
told
elves.
But you were told very specifically which elves to go to.
Oh, were we?
Yep.
Caligar does not remember this. Caligar
is-
was too busy looking for a drink.
Definitely not in my notes. I can look, but I'm not going to see it. I got lactation.
Lactinatia.
Something about Tobias's dad. More about Tobias.
Yeah, I don't remember us having a specific destination to go to.
No, I don't remember that either.
Cardinal?
He just told us to
You got
seek
anything?
the elves.
Okay, I just want to see if you guys actually wrote it down. Because I did specifically say that you wanted to go see. What? Don't I can't read the book. It's like this big. Because I did specifically say that you were to go see the Lore Masters of Hoath on Ulthuan.
Yeah.
That
you
sounds
did mention
familiar
that.
now.
I remember. Yes. Fucking
Okay.
Hoath.
Because I did have one more picture to show you guys. As you're pulling into the
Okay.
port, the captain kind of points off the shore that's kind of like northeast of you to the White Tower of Hope.
White Tower of Hoath.
But as the ship pulls in and docks, captain says, "Our contract is concluded. Thank you for the services you provided for us at sea. And should you ever need a ship, if we are present, we will gladly take you on as passengers again."
This was the Assyrians' fire, right?
No, it was
This was Hoth's Grace.
Hoath Grace. Yeah.
Okay.
Assyrian's Fire is the one that was
More
really
racist.
Yes,
I don't remember how racist I made them, but sure. Yeah, okay.
very much.
Thank you, Mr. Radiant. We appreciate your overseeing our journey. We're glad that we could help you get here safely. How do we get to that tower?
Oh, that is an interesting question. You can... I'm sure there's a stable in the city, in the port, that you could either purchase horses from or find a caravan that's traveling north along the Inner Kingdoms. And that's not going to be the hard part for you.
What's the hard part?
The hard part is I have to look it up.
More people that don't want to help us.
It's that you have to do the chicken dance period.
The issue with the White Tower is if you seek entrance, there's no actual gate for it.
So take climbing gear. Got it.
No. You need to... How do I phrase this? Because I found it before, and now I can't find out where I put it.
Create an entrance? Bargain for it?
When you approach the tower, you need to have a sense of why you are there. And if the magic that protects the tower believes it to be a pure and just reason, it will grant you entrance. But if not, there's no way to get in.
Oh, that's easy enough. You had me worried for a minute.
I'm glad you've got confidence.
Yeah.
Just the reason why we're at the tower, right?
Practically nothing else.
That's all that matters.
Essentially, yes.
Okay.
But may I ask why you are going to the tower?
To save the world.
We were sent as emissaries from the Emperor of the Empire.
The Emperor of the Empire.
You know, just trying to save the world from the forces of chaos.
Well, I wish
I'm
you
going to
luck.
be shaking my head.
The Emperor from the new group.
His name's Kuz.
The only people I've heard that have gained access to the tower were either swordmasters or were wizards of Safri.
We were sent on the mission to find out more about a piece of paper that we can't read, but is in an ancient language tainted by chaos.
Just tell everybody. Or
Yeah, I don't think a
secret
random ship
information,
captain
why
needs
don't
to know
you?
that.
I mean, if this will save the world, you're hoping to find the information to be unlocked in the tower, that's probably your best bet. Yeah. Good luck.
Well, have a good one. Fair
Peace
winds,
out.
fair winds and following seas, my friend, and then I walk away.
I follow Ezekiel
Chill,
2.5
homie.
sword lengths behind him.
2.5 sword lengths.
2.5 sword lengths.
I speed up to keep him 3 sword lengths away.
I speed up to keep 2.5.
This is gonna be one of those scenes where every time he starts speeding up, it just turns into a sprint.
The two of you roll a dexterity.
I hope
I'm gonna
somebody
be
stabs
shaking my head as they
another.
turn around.
Please make them trip.
So Tobias, sorry, Ezekiel, you get a good little ways ahead, and then you hear a laugh as Tobias just comes up, and not only does he get within that 2.5, but he like swings out wide and pulls in front of you so that you've got that 2.5. Then he sees that you start to slow down, so he then drops him beside you at exactly that 2.5, and he's like, "You're not getting away from me," and you are so focused on him that you run into a wall.
Okay. That's
I'm
fine.
just gonna sigh and shake my head as I put my hand to my forehead and just rub my face. And then as I look up over at the captain, I'll be like, "For an elf, you're not half bad," and I'll walk away, following the rest of the group.
Okay, so then you guys head into the port
Have
city.
mercy on us all.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, you're not 20 feet away from the tower. Okay, how do you want to try and get to the tower? What are you looking for?
Well, is there a job board or is there a caravan guild or something like that?
Roll
Wagon.
perception.
I would.
Tobias, you take off into the city with just absolute purpose. Like, you know exactly where you're going. You go down the street, you turn left, you walk 3 blocks, turn right, you stop, you look around, and you're like, I've got no idea where the fuck I am. And Cardinal walks up behind you, taps you on the shoulder, and just points across the street from you to a stable.
Are we just gonna ride there, or are we gonna try and work our way like we always do?
I mean, if people hire some out of towners, I'm down. I like money. I need more money. That house is gonna cost a lot to fix.
Someone roll a
Well,
perception for me.
If there was. Perception?
Go Cardinal, go.
Don't stress me. That's a 15, because you're stressing me.
So as you guys are trying to discuss like how you're planning to proceed from here, Cardinal, you're looking around and you're noticing there is not a single person here that does not have appointed here. Everyone around you is elves. Which is the travels you've had through the worlds. There's always been some variation in race, whether it's like you'd see the odd dwarf in a human encampment, or even seen some goblins running around at the edge of town, stuff like that. Here it is 100% hoity-toity elf, and it feels a little weird. You are getting some looks, more of like a passing curiosity. You get a feeling that they haven't seen non-elves here for probably a good couple centuries.
I speak
Oh boy.
the command word to my armor, and it shimmers and puts a little hood up over my head, but it looks like nice elven armor with a hood.
I am strutting down the road.
As
Alright.
your armor changes, Tobias, you hear someone, like, all of you hear someone just kind of call out, but Tobias is the only one that understands that.
And then I'll reply back. And then I'll ask the guy in common, is there a job board or caravan headquarters? We were looking for work to head north.
Just north of the docks, you can. One of the trading guilds there usually will take shipment from anything that's come into the port and disperse it throughout all at once. You can try your luck there. See if you can find any. I don't. What kind of work would you want to do?
Work as guards, something like that. Help the caravan.
I'm sure they could use like some hands for the physical labor. You don't really see many guards because Alphon's a fairly safe place.
Aren't there dragons? Didn't I see dragons coming in here?
Yeah, dragons that are servants to the elves.
You got dragon slaves? Oh, that's so cool.
No. No. No,
What do you
the dragons that reside in Calador are honored and considered partners.
Oh, I get it. And I'll tap my nose and point at him. Wink. I gotcha.
This
Wink, wink.
This is happening in common.
Yes.
I would just be like, you'll have to excuse my friend. We're not from here. We are here on business from the Emperor
He
of
just,
the
just
Empire.
raises a hand and goes, "You're trying to tell me that humans, dwarf, and a half-breed aren't from here?"
That is, I know it's a shocker. This surprises
bird.
me, you know.
Don't forget the bird.
Oh yes, and the bird.
He's more of a pet.
Okay, so yeah, you've been told, yeah, you can probably find a caravan you can jump on as hands to work with. If you want to go try that route, or you could check in with the stables, see if there's horses you could buy/rent.
Is there gonna, if there's no entrance to the Tower of Hoath, is there going to be a caravan that goes there?
I was just about to say the same thing, Zeke.
It might just be quicker to just rent the horses and go and figure out getting in.
I'm just gonna head to the stables and ask for the price of like one wagon and one or two horses that can carry
I'm gonna
all of
follow
this.
Cardinal. And then I'm gonna leave the clown trio outside.
Okay, so a wagon. Wagon's gonna run you 35 gold. A horse for pulling the wagon is another 50. Riding, you're looking at 75 for the horse. Plus the hell is it? 12 for saddle and tack for riding the horse each.
If I post that, didn't have my
That's-
pen readily available.
I got
So
it.
that's like all of
I
the
got it
gold that I just got for the assassin?
So yeah, essentially, it's 87 gold to ride a horse, and then whatever I said for the other horse and
85
wagon? 85.
for just getting a horse and a wagon that can carry all of us. Can I ask him the terrain?
2 horses?
Sure.
I don't know about 2.
Terrain?
And I looked down at my very large belly. But I'm heavy. I don't think
we'd be
one
on a
horse
wagon.
can
The
pull
horse
all
is
of
not
us.
carrying all of us. I guess.
I mean, a second horse would make the journey easier. If you have a lot of weight, like the horses aren't weak.
It's like a proper cart horse.
Yeah, it's a draft horse. It's not a riding horse for a wagon.
These are like fantasy Clydesdales.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
I got it.
2 different types of horses in D&D. Well, actually, there's 3 because there's also a war horse, but I don't think they're selling us a war horse.
Yeah.
Are these the prices to rent or to purchase?
Terrain.
And Cardinal wants to know the terrain because we keep stepping on her.
Oh.
Sorry.
If you're renting, probably knock 15 gold off of the horse and wagon combo. 10 off of the individual horse to ride. As for terrain, it's a mountainous country, so rocky.
I summon my companion, the warhorse.
You're gonna look so cute on it.
Yeah. All by yourself.
I'm Nubis.
What was Cardinal? What was the
Is it a warhorse or a dog?
It's a warhorse.
Okay. Yes, buddy?
What was the price for a riding horse and a saddle?
$87.
Riding horse and saddle would be... Yeah, 87.
85? So 75 is going to rent? Yes, but how long does the
85
warhorse last?
for...
Summoned horse just lasts until it dies or is dismissed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read extensively on Fine Steed because the campaign I'm playing it on Sundays is mounted combatant.
So how about this? We buy one horse, and then we use Bertrand's little buddy as second one. If he agrees.
I think we should get 2
That way we
horses
could probably...
and the wagon. And then have
'Cause
Bertrand
if-
as a scout.
We could do that too.
That's a good idea.
Guys, I don't think
How
we're
much do
that
we have?
heavy.
How much do we have in the guild fund? Or the guild? The
Plenty.
Guild. The party fund?
Plenty. We have 200 platinum, 113 gold, and change.
Okay. Because I've got... I think I was broke. And then I got 200 from fixing the guy's roof. Then the captain gave me 5 for the assassin. And then 60 for the mask. So... I'm at 760. Sorry, I had to do math in my head because I hadn't kept up.
I think the 500 was for the group,
Oh, what's
or
it?
whoever paid.
Yeah, and
Like you,
that was split. I gave
because
40.
it was a return on.
You're right.
Sorry, I'm not like trying to hog it. I just, in my brain, it was he said it specifically for the assassin, so that's why my brain went to he went to me for it. I'm not trying to like hog all the money.
No, you're good. It was like a return, like a discount to the group, so we don't have to pay as much, basically. But yes, we can afford 2 horses, so I will talk to Stable Master for 2 horses of wagon.
And yeah, he's good with that. He's got a good quantity of horses there and fairly decent stable. There's one thing you can count on when the elves are at home. They have everything's just a little extra fine. The wagons that you had experience with in the Empire, they're all like splintered, and you're fairly certain that if you get caught or if you get cut, you're gonna catch some kind of disease, and they're really shaky and a lot of squeaking and rattling as you're driving along. And these ones are just like smooth as butter. There's hardly any sound. Like well oiled, well made. If you were to find it in the Empire, like this would cost you probably hundreds just for the wagon. Because hoity-toity elves.
I do want to ask the stable master while we're here, how long by horse to the White Tower of Hoath?
Well, if you assume, let's say, keep to a schedule of roughly 8 hours of travel a day, he starts running numbers in his head and then pulls out a piece of paper, starts doing math, because I need to do math now too. It'll take you probably about a day and a half to 2 days to get there.
Okay. Did we have to use any rations on the ride over?
Yeah, I bought some good ones and I used most of them up.
And you would also been fed from the rations for the crew.
Okay. Is there somewhere we could buy rations here?
Well, I'll buy more good rations. Call it. There were 5 silver each. Good rations, call it 2 gold, 20 gold for 10 more rations.
Sure.
We can track it collectively or individually.
I'll track the rations.
Okay.
The
you.
good stuff.
You got
You want to get your own crappy stuff,
got
that's fine, but I'll offer my good stuff to the group.
No, fine.
You got
fine
all of
on
The
them?
road.
rations you get are the very finest of the dried fruits and vegetables, because
Oh,
elves
these are
vegetarian.
fucking vegetarian bullshit.
Are they really vegetarians?
I hate
Sure, why
this
not?
place. I want my good Empire
I love it.
breakfast with sausage and bacon and hash browns.
Elves
Well, I still
respect
have lard.
life.
I respect
still have
life by
5.
putting it on my plate.
5 rations from the Empire. I still had them. But
Looks like,
10 of the good stuff. New elf stuff.
looks
I
like
should cover all
Caligar's
of it.
going on a liquid diet.
Jesus.
I mean, it is appropriate for the dwarf to just be absolutely shit-faced the entire time he's at Ulthuan, so it makes sense to me.
How about fish? How do they feel about fish? Pescatarians?
What up?
Pescatarian?
like
Like, do they eat fish?
Yes, they're not actually vegetarians. It's just the rations. It's dried fruits.
I get it. I'm pulling your leg. But, yeah. I removed the money from the goop.
Okay.
Say we head out towards the tower, unless anybody has anything else they need to do here.
Are we buying this wagon, right?
Yeah.
We bought it.
We can figure out getting it back to the Empire and have the nicest wagon in the Empire.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna like,
And horses.
like little side note, I'm gonna be looking for a portable hole.
Did you say you're
I
looking for
think
a
one of those
portable
is big
hole?
enough to fit a wagon. Can you
Yeah.
put a wagon in a portable hole?
Do you have a portable hole?
No, he said he's looking for one.
Oh,
No, that's where like this will be a new thing to look for.
I have no idea.
It's 10 feet by 10 feet of how big the hole is. And it's pretty deep.
And I'd like to keep an eye for an archery shop for when we come back this way from the Tower of Hoath.
Other than looking for a portable hole, I don't have anything special.
Sorry, just give me 1 second. I've never actually looked up the portable hole before, so I want to see what it does.
Well, in the meantime, I have very important news. I'm naming the horses Mad and Max because they're cute.
Nice, I love it.
Okay, so it's a 10-foot. Nope, sorry, 6-foot diameter hole. That's 10 feet deep. Wants to figure out the volume.
Booty.
Ah, fuck.
No, Fox.
I will kill myself.
I mean, it's just pi r squared times height, isn't it?
I do not give a shit. I
1,100
am not
cubic
currently
feet.
sense.
Over
Oh, wow.
1,100 cubic feet.
Look at you.
Wait, what? It's pi r squared. If it's a 6-foot diameter, 3-foot radius
Oh, yeah,
hole,
you're right.
it's
you're right.
282 cubic feet.
Yep, I screwed that up. Good one. Yeah, he's right.
For shame.
I got you, Fox. Don't worry. I'll be your math tutor. The standard deviation.
I will deviate from my standard and kill somebody. Okay?
That
I am
is
not
my
doing it
standard,
anymore.
apparently. Killing, maiming, immolation. It's all
Ezekiel.
these words. Yep.
On one of his new many jobs. First, he's a crap. My brain just lost the word. Something noble. Now he's a
Disgraced.
mercenary. There you go. Disgraced noble. Now he's a mercenary, math tutor, murderer, thief.
Arsonist.
I didn't start the fire. Vino started the fire. It was always burning since the world was
start fire.
turning.
I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure I heard the same thing from my friend Billy. He said the same thing.
Was this second name Joel?
No, that was his cousin. It was Billy and Joel. Yeah.
Anyway, the
turns
White
out
Tower
they
of
lied.
Hoath.
Yes.
Was that a yes or a no with the wagon fit in a portable hole theoretically?
No.
Probably
No.
not, no.
Okay. It was my first idea that jumped to my head. I guess I'll just have to build the
Every day.
Thunder Barge.
Thank God. Thank God that I don't have to DM for you.
Okay, so you arrive at the tower, and it's as pretty as the picture shows you it is. And your trip there, yeah, it took you about a little short of 2 full days of travel. The terrain that you passed through was fairly smooth, going over grassy hills and all that, but also rocky, that you're like at the foothills of a mountain. You get to the tower, and as you were told, you can walk around it all you want. You do not see an entrance.
All right. Well,
I'm going to start walking towards it with one hand raised, while I'm thinking very hard about the piece of paper.
Okay. You're just walking forward at your normal
What I
pace.
got. Yep. I'm thinking very hard about this. Must figure out what it says. Must figure out what it says as I'm walking towards it.
And is your hand in front of you so you don't
Yeah.
just run face first into the wall?
Yeah. That's what one hand is raised out in front of me as I'm thinking hard about this.
Okay, yeah, you walk up to the wall, your hand hits it, your elbow bends, you kind of stop, and you kind of like pat around. There's no entrance.
It didn't work.
I'm gonna lean over to Mad and Max, and in Elven, I'm gonna say to them, "I hear they have the world's greatest hay inside that wall, but you gotta want it. You gotta want it." I'm gonna drive the cart at the wall.
Oh no.
Not fast. I'm not like charging, but I'm
I
like
am just on
walking.
my own horse and watching this unfold from the rear.
Just walking at the wall with the horses.
I hop off a
No.
fucking wagon.
Roll.
I'm not charging. I'm just
roll animal handling. Words I never thought I would actually say.
20.
You convinced the horses that walking towards that wall is a great idea. And
Because they have the world's best hay on the inside,
yeah,
and they want that hay.
and they walk towards it, but their own preservation, they slow down within about 5 to 10 feet as they realize it's just a wall.
I'd like to kind of walk down along the side of the wall, just looking up, kind of inspecting it. Just kind of walk a ways away, maybe 200-300 feet.
Okay. And you're just looking at the wall?
Just looking at the wall and talking seemingly to myself.
Okay. Yeah, you see a wall. You have your own little self-conversation.
I look over at the owl and be my guest. Seems we're taking turns.
What does the piece of paper say?
Which piece of paper?
To get through, or what are the clues to get through the wall?
We have no clues for this place. The paper that we have is just the chaos thing.
Tobias, speak friend and enter.
Yeah, if only we had someone who could fly.
I look around.
36 feet.
While sitting on my horse.
Get off your horse.
So what you were told was what the captain knew of this tower was that if you wanted to enter, you had to hold the idea of why you were there and concentrate on it, and if the magical defenses of the tower believe that your cause to be just and worthy, then you'll be granted entrance.
Just and word.
Yeah, and I'll still look at Bertrand like, yeah, if only someone could fly over the walls. Give him that stare.
Can I do
Surrounded by
a
clouds.
whisper with the DM?
Yeah.
He's probably asking him, if I fly over the wall, will I become eaten by a dragon?
Yeah, is he gonna
No,
insta kill me if I try and
he's
fly
gonna
over the
talk.
wall?
What he's saying is his reason is slightly different than what we think it is, and he wants to hold that in his head while he walks towards the wall.
He wants to kill us all, and that's right and just because we're criminal. Because we're terrible, terrible people, and mostly by we I mean you lot.
I'm not a terrible person.
Slavery is
set
not a
somebody on
crime.
fire. Okay.
I don't engage in slavery.
If somebody took down the words that you said, buddy,
Listen,
one day we will have to face our bakers, and you will be judged. Guys, slavery is bad. I promise. It's really fun, especially under me.
I would have made it work.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Whoa.
I'm trying to get some Richter's facial expression on what the fuck he's talking.
He's thinking. He's covering his mouth so we can't lip read.
Do you know how to lip read?
No.
I can neither confirm or deny any allegations set before me.
Hey, Booty.
Huh.
Can you read that?
Go fuck yourself.
You can't look great, guys.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are still looking around. Bertrand is sitting on his horse and really just kind of like staring at the wall. Do you want to try anything else?
Yeah, I will step ahead. I believe it's my turn. I will hold the thought of getting knowledge at this place to help prevent destruction of the world.
Okay. So Cardinal, you kind of come forward and you're standing before a section and you're looking at it. You kind of make out
She
like
makes
patterns
out with the wall.
Just fucking get out. Just go. You can make out like the carvings along the wall look like it would be about gate size, and you're fairly confident this is where, if anywhere would open up for a gate, this would be the place it is. And you focus and you concentrate, and you get to a point like your eyes are closed, your knuckles are, you know, fists are going white from the tension, and then you hear a little voice go, "Whoo!" And Bertrand just kind of chuckles to himself and points about 30 feet to your left. Directly in front of him is this very large and ornate gate, just splits the wall, and you watch as it kind of folds back into itself. And it's clear what you did had no effect. Bertrand is fairly certain that he's the one that caused the gate to appear.
I'm gonna lean out on the
and
seat
feather.
of the cart, and I'm gonna pat each horse on the back and say, "You guys did it! You guys did it!" In Elven.
You're about 30 feet in the other direction from Cardinal.
I still say it.
Okay.
I'm gonna head over to join the rest of the group.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't have the next part prepared. Because I was expecting that fight to last at least another half hour until someone yeeted the fucking assassin off the ship. So, yeah, that's all I got for you tonight.
I'm sorry, but it actually worked
yeah.
for a stage. I was so excited.
Yeah, like I this is a part that I can't bullshit my way through, and I don't want to bullshit my way through. Because you're getting to parts where it's actually getting important now.
Yeah, I
So
guess we should.
That's a good place to end it. Can I
Yeah.
also kill Bertrand from behind while I'm at it?
sorry, kill Bertrand
Because
from
you're
behind?
annoying me. Yes.
I mean,
Who?
if I don't see it, did it actually happen?
Ooh, good idea. Close your eyes.
No.
Wait, no, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna turn around.
Elgar comes up with Cardinal. Meat back on the menu, boys.
I just got out of religion by a fucking bard. Bard with 6 limbs.
I'll be honest. What he said went a lot deeper than anything you guys said.
Okay.
You're just lucky I didn't get a turn.
Wow. Mhm.
You did. You told the
No.
horses
You got
to
your
walk at a
The
wall.
horses got a turn. My turn was next.
I just
well-
know how to answer questions of what the DM is asking for Warhammer knowledge.
No, I just wanted something that would be actually like convincing and like deeper than I want to save the world.
Well, you should have said that.
Yeah, I was just trying to go with the immediate task of we needed to read the paper. Didn't work.
Yeah, so next time we pick this up, you guys will experience the interiors of the White Tower of Hoath, whatever that might be, because I haven't the faintest fucking idea.
Mad and
I
Max are
assume it's-
very mad that the best hay in the world is not a deep reason to get into this place.
I have a question
You're the
for
one
everybody
that
at
lied
the
to
table.
them.
I didn't lie to them.
What's the question?
Would you want to continue playing this campaign, or would you want to go to the Mad Mage?
Like, choose one or the other?
One or the other.
I want to get back to Mad Mage.
I'm down for either.
And would having extra weeks be able to prepare for this next session for you?
I mean, time to prepare is always good, as long as I can have stuff ready for next week. That's not a problem.
Okay. So what we'll do... Oh, yeah. Monument Studios' Kickstarter starts on August 20th. So, because I have more of a bigger library than you as, so what we'll probably do is Mad Mage for the month of August and switch to this.
So
In
it's this for
September?
September?
Yes, because September football season starts, and my time with work will double. So
See, now I'm just thinking of Family Guy when they go to the Super Bowl. Are y'all ready for some football?
God. The European football
Yeah, 'cause
season
I
just
like both
ended and I'm
campaigns.
already done. Well,
so this will allow you to give you a month to prepare material for the NeverChosen.
Mm-hmm. NeverChosen. The NeverChosen.
We are the NeverChosen.
Or the Yida Chosen.
Oh my god. See, like, it bugs me so much that this is the second time I've had something like, you guys don't really have an answer for this. And then Basher comes out and goes, you want to fucking bet? Like, I've got a spell.
We got the
What was
old
the
eat and
first
skeet.
Which one?
I'm holding my beer.
What was the first time?
hold your beer bit.
when you guys first got that note, and you're like, I said,
Oh,
yeah, this is
yeah.
a language you can't read. And you're like, I comprehend languages. It's cursed.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to read this.
Well,
I
if
kept rolling 8.
Okay, do it anyway.
if Caligar hadn't done that, I was gonna say it next. I've got that too.
I am going
Please don't
to
underestimate.
transition
We
us
see
real
things
quick.
too.